Hi, my name is Sajeh. I'm an athlete. I do running and strength training combined as functional training almost every day. I was pretty much introduced 5 years ago to running, but to strength training I was introduced when I was a little child because my dad was a pro athlete in Iran, and I literally grew up with sports, doing it since I'm a little child. Inspiration plays a big role for me. That's why I love Instagram pretty much a lot, because every time I swipe up I see amazing people doing lots and lots of sports, which I love to see and get motivated by. My favorite part of running is not the endurance part. I'm not a marathon runner, but I love speed. I love pushing myself. I love tracks. I love going fast, going hard, pushing my limits while running. And it's pretty much the same with strength training. I love working out with weights and the burn afterwards. It took me a while to figure out how it is efficient for me to combine running and strength training. I figured recently, like a month ago, what is perfect for me. It was a hustle, but right now my training looks like more like an interval. I mix up 500-meter running with several body weight exercises, which is pretty much amazing because it pushes your beat. Your heartbeat is so high, it's so high intense, and very, very efficient for growing muscles and even your endurance. My favorite journey so far was the Wings for Life run in May, because that was my farthest distance so far, and I didn't even realize how far and how fast I was running, because the event was so beautiful, because it's all under the name of running for those who can't, and that was so inspiring, and the energy felt great. And I can still remember being there at 25Ks and still everybody's smiling and happy, and it was such a positive vibe that just keeps pushing me forward. And I made 30K that day without training and nothing. It was amazing. Like I said earlier, I started running 5 years ago. Before that, I used to hate running. Nobody could bring me to running. But then after a while, I realized how good it is for my body and for my endurance, for my heart system, for everything inside of me. If I just started it, and then it felt like I started a routine for myself. It was at the beginning, I did it again. I went with friends outside and just ran. I went with my crew. It was just, it was a process. It took me almost like a year to find my own rhythm. The thing was, I made a decision. I wanted to be and become a runner. That's why I did. So it's no matter how hard it is for you to start, it's a decision you make here, because it's mind over matter always for me. And if you make that decision, simply stick to it and start it. Running is something that we all can do. And when you start it, it feels so hard in the beginning, but after a while our body adapts so quickly, especially running. So it's really easy. You just have to make the decision to start, and everything else will follow. Sport inspired me a lot in my life. I'm pretty much a part-time athlete, if you can call it that way. My job is my passion, which is very, very beautiful. I worked hard for getting to that point in my life where I can do what I love for a living. And so I'm connected to sports daily, and I couldn't imagine having something else or doing something else, because being healthy is just something that was always on my priority list. I always wanted to look after myself, after my body, because we only have one. And that's why it's just all around me, and I love it very, very much that way.